Yeah, let me tell you guys that this video is going to be very messy. There's no plan for this video. I just kind of set the camera up and started shooting. We're gonna test this thing out and see how it goes. But yeah, let's run it. Hey, what's up? Jan the Creator VR signing in. Today, we're gonna be talking about one of my most favorite and beloved, I just love this thing. VR gun stock made by Protube VR. You already know what time it is. Yeah, boy! This thing is the MVP of all gun stocks, and I'm about to tell you why. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Jan the Creator. You're the creator.
First off, the magnets on this thing are strong. Strong AF. You have to have a certain kind of hand motion. Let me get my controllers real quick. All right, so when you're using this thing, like you could literally hold the whole thing with the front controller, which is usually the weaker magnet. I'm not sure of the exact specifications of this, but the magnets are strong and they hold up really well when you're like in a really fast battle and you gotta like whip your gun up and hit somebody. Another good thing that I like about this gun is the fact that the controllers are on top of the gun and not on the bottom of the gun. The issue that I would have with the controllers being on the bottom of the gun on other gun stocks like the Sanlaki gun stock or like the virtual rifle. You want rifle Mark III. I got one of those too, and one of the main issues I had was, you know, when you have it under, you're always like, somehow you're clanking this or you're hitting it somehow and it doesn't land perfectly all the time. And I'm just risking damaging my controllers, and the last thing I want to do is have to pay for a whole new Oculus controller from my setup. So I really like the fact that the controllers are above it. I don't really care about how realistic this thing feels or looks. For me, it's just as long as my arms and hands feel like I'm holding a gun, then I'm okay with that. You know, whatever it looks like in real life, it's whatever, because whether or not my gun looks real, I probably look real dumb just swinging a fake gun stock around the room.
Hey, I'm right here with you.
So yeah. Either way, I'm for function over look, and this thing functions. The carbon fiber, these guys right here, basically makes this thing light as a feather.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Like, I mean, it's nothing. It's super light. You could toss this thing around, it's whatever. I throw this thing in the back of my truck when I'm traveling to go places, and it literally holds up. I don't have to worry about it cracking or anything like that. I probably should worry about it, but I don't. This thing has actually taken a lot of damage and it survived everything. Whereas my other gun stocks, like my Sanlaki, the controller magnets have already cracked and things like that, and you know, that's the price you pay with 3D printing sometimes, but it's okay. All still very good gun stocks, but this one just happens to be my favorite. Another good thing I like about this gun is the fact that it's fully adjustable. You could basically adjust it at 1, 2, 3 different joints. So you could adjust the way that the stock sits, then you could adjust the way that this lines up with your arm. Like if you notice how my arm is and the way that the gun stock is, I have it lined up to where it mimics the shape of my arm. So kind of like that, boom. And then I just stick it in there like that. And then this one I just have go straight. Yeah, I kind of have it like sort of have an up angle, and which, you know,
helps me get more headshots.
Boom! Headshot!
So yeah, you know, when I'm like running through a hallway and somebody whips around the corner and I gotta just whoop real quick, a lot of times it ends up being, you know, the shoulders of the head, because, you know, the gun is just aimed a little higher. I mean, you can get the double point strap if you want, but you don't really gotta waste your money on it. It's more of a preference thing. I like the single strap all the time. It works great and does the job. Another thing is you wanna have this strap adjusted, so when you put this on, right, this gun will line up. I'm gonna lift the, or actually, let me pull the camera down real quick so you can see how this works. you want the gun to hang perfectly, so like when you have your controller and you're like blah 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 talking all this shit, setting up your game, boom boom boom, or like, you know, you're throwing a grenade or whatever, or a flashbang, you know, you want to just be able to just boom and connect it and you're good to go. So you want to have this thing set to where your hand can comfortably just latch onto this thing and not have to do a bunch of searching, because you're gonna have your goggles on, you're not gonna be able to see what's going on. So you just wanna have some muscle memory right here and just kind of practice doing this. And you're gonna miss it a few times. See how I'm just missing it a couple times? But you know, as long as you got it in the general direction and position that it's going to be in, then it's a lot of times it's just gonna lock up and you're gonna be good to go and ready to fire. So yeah. A couple other things that I really like about this gun is that it does also give you the option that if you do want to get the double slings, you have a loop here. I like that everything is Allen key based. Also it comes with these awesome little things that you put your controllers in, like that. And you have the option to buy these straps separate. They're like $15 extra. I advise everybody to just get these straps, because not only can you use these straps with the controller and hook it onto here, but you can literally just disconnect this, and then it comes with like you can literally disconnect that, and it comes with a little plastic piece that you stick inside of here. And once you stick it inside of there, you'll be able to loop this around and then use this with the controller like so. It'll look like that, but you pretty much got an all-around hand strap that you could use with or without the controller, and it's super convenient. So like, let's say you want to jump on some like Beat Saber or a game that just requires you not to have all that stuff on your controller, you can reduce the weight and just have a strap, and it feels great to have that option. And that it's not so proprietary. They give you the option to use this with or without the gun stock. And that's amazing. A lot of other gun stock companies, they do come with a strap like that. They're usually proprietary and you can only use it with their equipment. So big up to Protube for thinking about the small guys.
Yeah, boy.
One thing I didn't like were these little adhesive pieces that you get with the packaging. These are meant to stick inside of your controller where the batteries go, and I gotta be honest with you, the first time I used it, the adhesive ripped off, and you know, I had no way of hooking this up. So what I did in order to basically jerry-rig it is I took a piece of like cord Velcro. I don't know if you see, if I can get that focused on there. There we go. We get a little bit of Velcro, like to wrap around cords, and I just wrapped it around this controller and then used this Velcro around the back strap and looped it in like that. And it works perfectly fine. Doesn't obstruct the tracking or anything like that, and it works great. I love it. Just haven't thought twice about it since I put it on. So I recommend you get some cord Velcro and do it like this if the adhesive isn't working for you, so you don't have to keep buying new pieces. But I think that was literally my only gripe about the Protube. I want to say in the beginning, when I was learning how to use the gun, it's gonna take some time, probably like 2 to 3 weeks before you get fully comfortable to where you're like gelling and you're just, you know, you're popping heads left and right, and your reload game is like super fast. Coming for you. No, you're not. Gotcha. Because, you know, like the Soundlaki gun stock, it's a long tube and you have a lot of play to where your magnet sits, you know what I mean? And then with the VR gun stock, the rifle, basically with that one, it's not even a magnetic front handle. Basically, it's like a thing that presses down the trigger automatically, so you just stick it up there. But the thing was with that is that sometimes I'm missing it and just banging the controller up, and I was getting like, you know, scuffs on my controller, and I felt like I was doing more damage than good. So I definitely like the controller system on this. It works really well, and I love the Velcro and everything like that. So it will take time for you to get used to the magnetic system on this, because it is just like this little point that you get to use on it, and you know, you kind of have to learn how to get it fitted on that front part perfectly every time. But the best benefit of that is that it has this little pocket that, if you could tell how the edges are kind of pushed out a little bit, and which gives it a little room to kind of fit in there and guide itself into the right place. And it literally, like, if I'm close to it and I hit it like this, it's very easy to just set it in there with no issue. The only thing that is sometimes I might hit it like this, or I might hit it here or here. But that's only in the beginning, because now it like never happens. You know, very, very few times do I ever miss that magnet, and it's like second nature now. I always hit that magnet, it's always on mark. And is, you know, once you get the way that the gun is set up, like all the joints and stuff set up the way you want it and the way your arms are, you know, once you get that perfect and you angle the magnets the way you want them, because I angle both of my magnets sort of forward, so I hold the gun like this. But you know, it's all up to you how you want to hold the gun, or how you want to hold the stock. Set it up to the way that fits your body the best, and then practice it for a couple weeks, and play continuously, like play Pavlov, Contractors, Onward. You know, there's a bunch of them out there. You know, you got you know, some of the other ones like whatever. Anyways, just play a first-person shooter, something that you really like, and you know, get used to the gun stock, because it's gonna take some time, and you're gonna get frustrated. You're gonna want to stop playing with it. It happened to me. You know, I got the whole, like, you know, I just was tired of it. You know, missing the magnet and stuff, and I even put it down for like a whole week or two and played with another gun stock. And then I came back to it because once I realized, like, when I went to the other gun stocks, I realized, oh, you know, this one's kind of finicky, and this one is like, you know, the magnets don't sit strong enough, and, you know, the Sanlaki one, where it has a lot of give on where you could put the front magnet, it also is just a straight tube, so you could like rotate it like this any way you want to, and on certain games, like, it would make the aiming point or the reticle just kind of like rotate around the screen, and I didn't like that. This one was like the most solid design. The magnets held up the most. The gun or the stock is the lightest, and the strap is the most comfortable. I mean, I don't even know how to even give it more praise. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. This is literally the one gun stock that gave me like zero issues once I fully learned it. And the handles, the straps on it are amazing. Like, I don't even have to take off the handles to play other games. Like, I could just keep them on there. If you don't care about the weight, you could pretty much just keep it on there and never have to worry about changing the straps there and back, there and back. You could literally just keep those handles on there and play Beat Saber. You could play any other game you want in the world and just go right back to playing the Protube VR. I love it. And I eventually want to get the Magtubes. It's the stocks that you replace that have the vibration, so every time you shoot, you know, you get a little kickback. I definitely want to try those out. That's probably going to be the next thing that I order up. But yeah, if you have a Protube VR, comment below. Let me know what you think about it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know why, and let's talk about it. If you like this video, I know it's my first video and things are a little bit messy, but we're going to clean things up as we go along. And it's a learning process, so yeah. If you like this video, get the like button. If you didn't like the video, you can hit the dislike button, but also go in the comments, let me know why you didn't like the video, so I can maybe change it and make it better for everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell right beside it so you can be the first to know when my videos drop. I'm Jan the Creator VR, and I'm out. Peace.